we go, here we go.
We're going to start at 7, so hopefully this message finds everybody doing incredibly well. I know the times are really crazy right now. They're crazy for us. Normally we would be at a festival in Chicago or Detroit or California or somewhere in between there, but since COVID, aka the Rona, has kind of shut everybody down, we have had to temporarily close all of our stores in Detroit, DC, and Baltimore. We are not traveling. We do not foresee traveling until probably after Memorial Day, maybe even 4th of July. We're hoping not Labor Day, but you know, who knows what it's going to be. We hope that you guys are all social distancing, staying away from each other, wearing masks, and that you're starting to think about your food supply and your families and not going crazy and killing your mates. With that being said, traveling is done, so don't expect to see us anytime soon. The only way that you can get to us right now is on our website, and that is pureshaystore.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Flickr, Tumblr, and the others all under pureshaystore.com. We're trying to be very active in our stories so that you know what's going on with us. We're getting a ton of questions right now, since the only way that you can get to us is via online. You can call us and text us at 410-807-2050. Again, 410-807-2050. You can also inbox us on both Facebook and Instagram, but we prefer that you get to us via the phone number or text or direct call. All right, why are we going live? We're going live because we're getting a ton of product questions. And normally we're standing in front of you, kind of explaining it at a festival, or you walk in the store and you can get whatever you want. And we're there to answer your questions. Now you're online and the only information you have is what we're able to kind of push forward via the website. So this hopefully will kind of fix some of that. We'll get some of those questions out of the way. If you do have questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. We're gonna, once we get through this whole thing, we're gonna circle back and then try and answer the questions that we didn't answer as we were going. If we don't get to them, then we will promise to post them on both Facebook and Instagram on our feeds. So that's what the questions. We're actually gonna break this presentation down into like 3 parts because there's a lot of information that we have to give you. We make over 175 different products, and to try and go through all of those products at the same time on one feed would drive not only me crazy, but would probably drive you guys crazy. So we're going to break it into 3 sections. The 3 sections are going to be our soaps, both the regular soaps, the premium soaps, which I'm going to take you through, and then the shampoo bars, how they're used, what they're made of, what they're used for, and so forth. Again, submit your questions as we go, and we'll try and take care of them. If we don't answer them while we're doing the actual presentation, we'll get them at the end or we'll get them online. Also, there is going to be a contest, and what we want you to do is reach out to your friends and kind of invite them to this live. We're going to give away how many 4 packs of soap? We're going to give away 4, okay, that's 4? That's 4. We're going to give away 4 packs of soap to those folks that actually invite at least 5 people to the feed, okay? So we'll take all the folks that invite 5 people to the feed, and we'll put them in a basket, and then we'll draw out 4 names. We'll reach out to you and see which 4-pack you want, and we'll get that off to you, and we'll announce who the winners were in the next feed, which is going to be next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and then there'll be one the Tuesday after that at 7 o'clock. So this feed is soap, the next feed is going to be moisturizers, and then the following feed is going to be hair care. We'll go through all the products that we have for those. Okay, everybody straight? All right, now we're going to start with the soap review. As most of you know, we manufacture soaps. You guys can kind of follow me and we'll kind of take you through it. We manufacture our regular soaps. We make 15, 20 of those. And then we have our line of hair care and body oils, and we're actually doing this on the family farm so that you can actually, you know, get a sense of what a festival would be like. We have our hair care line, then we have our specialty butter line. While I'm on the specialty butter line, I'm going to say this even though I'm not dealing with specialty butters today, We make a mango butter and we make a cocoa mango butter. They are completely different. Mango butter is actually really mango butter, and it has no scent to it. Cocoa mango butter smells exactly like our cocoa mango scent. So please don't get them confused when you're on the website. Go under the whip shea butter and scented shea butter, and that's where you're going to find cocoa mango. The regular mango butter is going to be found under exotic butters, but that'll be dealt with again in another session. We also manufacture, we don't have all of them here, a complete line of scrubs. There are actually 6 of them. And if you look at them in the top, they're actually really cool. The scrubs are shea oil, soy oil, a raw sugar, and a couple different crystal sizes that we bring in from Hawaii, and then brown sugar. These will have you soft as a baby's butt. But we'll deal with those later. Then, our premium soap line is over here. This is actually where we started. Okay? We started with the premium soap line, and our premium soap line, we get the question all the time, well, what's the difference between premium and regular? Well, let me tell you. And I'll do this by example. This is our regular peppermint soap, one of the most popular soaps that we make. This is our premium energy soap. The sizes are different. So the regular soap is about 3.5, 4 ounces. The premium soap, and it's rectangular. The premium soap is square, and it's about 5.5, 6 ounces. The premium soaps are like jazz. There's a high end, a mid-range, and a base note. There are multiple scents. We're not limited by the fact that we've got to sell them for a certain price. There could be ground herbs. There could just be about anything in these, so I'm not limited. So my creativity can kind of flourish and we do our thing there. This is actually where we started almost 20 years ago. So, basic soap, peppermint with ground peppermint flake. Energy soap, peppermint, basil, rosemary with ground poppy seeds, organic. This is the bomb. This is really good as well. There are the two together. Okay, with that being said, we also make a shampoo bar. And the shampoo bar will be where we'll actually start. The shampoo bar comes in actually 3 different flavors. We have a chai hemp shampoo bar, a mango hemp shampoo bar, and a mint shampoo bar. This is actually the wrong label, but we're good. It's actually mint instead of orange mint now. We started making the shampoo bars, 15, 16 years ago when my mother first locked her hair. Her hair is about 42 inches long now. She cuts 8 to 10 inches off every year. And we made it because I was making fun of her as she was washing her hair, and she couldn't get the product that she was washing it with to actually rinse completely through. So I was tasked with the challenge of figuring out a way to make a completely natural shampoo bar that you can either rub directly in your hair, and we're going to post a video of someone actually washing their hair with the shampoo bar, or you can rub it in your hands and then apply it to your hair. Either or. So just think of it the same way when you were a little kid and your mama ran out of shampoo but she needed to wash her hair. She went straight with the bar. Original shampoo bars came before liquid shampoos. Bars used to come in, shampoos used to come in bar format 50 plus years ago. We've just gone full circle. Now the shampoo bars are different than the regular bars because they're made with castor oil, they're made with hemp oil. We've been doing hemp oil, organic hemp oil based product for 15 plus years. So we get it, we understand it. It has coconut oil in it, it has olive oil in it, and that's pretty much it. These are phenomenal in terms of their lather, and they rinse completely through and will not dry your hair out. Okay? So again, the flavors, the chai, which is more of an earthy sort of smell, and that's the chai bar. The mango, which is actually the most popular shampoo bar, is more of our fruity component. And then the mint, not orange mint, disregard that, it's not actually orange. It's a figment of your imagination, not seeing it. The orange mint is more tingly. So if you work out and you need a good antifungal shampoo, these are great. If you travel, which no one should be doing right now, these are also great because you can use one bar to actually wash your body and your hair with, and TSA will not take your soap. They might take your shea butter, they might take your oil, they're not gonna take your soap. Okay? So those are the shampoo bars. Come on around. When we started the company, after I left my good government corporate job, we started with the premium bars. And we started at a little place in Washington, D.C. called Easter Market. And originally at Easter Market, we used to hand wrap these in craft paper with hemp cable and put little bows on them. We quickly outgrew that because we couldn't keep up with production. If you knew us back in the day, you used to be able to find our stuff at Whole Foods, Vitamin Shop, and about 2,000 other stores nationwide. And they came in these pretty little boxes. This is the original. And it was under the brand Epicurean Shea Butter Company. We did away with the boxes because we went to several festivals and we had some folks accuse us of actually not making the soap. And after that happened more than once, I'm like, you know what? We won a couple of design awards for the boxes, but what's really important is what's inside the box. So we focus more on that than we do anything else, making sure that we create product with the best possible ingredients on the planet. So we source coconut oil from a couple of different places. We source shea butter directly from Burkina Faso. We bring in soybean oil, non-GMO. We bring in olive oil. And we actually make the soap in molds. We have hundreds of these. Each of these molds actually were produced, I made the first ones, and then we had a couple of guys in Baltimore, which they may be following us now, a couple carpenters that used to be right in our old warehouse complex. They actually built these. Guys, if you're watching, they're still holding up. So they made these for us, and these are how all of the soaps are actually made, both the premium bars and the regular bars. We get somewhere between 100 and 150 bars per mold out, and we do about 1,000 bars per batch. The bars are actually created, or the soap is actually made in these giant size pots. The pots are like insane. This is actually the largest stainless steel pot that you can buy. And when we first got these, my grandson actually was inside them just to give you of how large these babies are. They're big. They're about 180 quarts, and it's the largest one you can get without buying a kettle. And I know this looks stupid. I know this looks Black Man in a Pot. That's kind of. What was the movie? The movie was it Bingo? Yeah, but not a good ending. In any case,
No.
So we do actually make everything we sell by hand, from scratch, period. So if we run out of the soap, a particular soap that you want, please don't be angry. We make 50 different soaps. We try to guess right, but sometimes we get it wrong. Okay, now, I'm gonna walk you through the premium soaps. There are actually, I think, 15 premium soaps now. The most popular, which is the Energy, which I talked about before, and it is peppermint, basil, rosemary with poppy seeds. Amazing in the shower. Absolutely amazing. Then there's our Fresh, which is tea tree and lime with oatmeal and basil. This is actually good. It's a good invigorating soap, but it's actually good for mild skin conditions like eczema. But it's not our primary eczema bar, but it is good for eczema. We also have Mystical for you patchouli lovers. Now, me personally, I think patchouli smells like cat pee, but that's just me personally. The patchouli that we use is an iron patchouli, and it has a really distinctive smell that, for lack of a better word, the hippies used to love back in the day. We make a good amount of this, and we have a certain customer set that buys this, and they buy it in bulk because you can't find it a lot of places. And the patchouli we use, like I said, is an iron filed. It's almost the consistency of a molasses. It's unbelievable, distinctive smell. It stays with you. They love it. I make it because you guys love it. All right, I'm gonna roll to this side to more of the premium soap. There is a soap called Blessed. It's lilac gardenia with shaved lemongrass. And the only reason it's called Blessed is if you've ever seen a field of lilac, it's one of the most beautiful things you could ever want to see. And that's why we named it that. It actually came about as an accident, a blessing, so to speak. We were in the old soap lab in Silver Spring in my garage, and the lilac container, what it was. So lilac gardenia, Blessed, shaved lemongrass. Beautiful. Beautiful is one of my favorite soaps on the premium side. This soap came about, the motivation for it came from my grandmother in Tarboro, North Carolina, who used to make soap, and my other grandmother, Dee Dee, in Chicago made soap as well. But in Tarboro, my grandmother had rose oil, she had rose bushes, she had rose water. There was a regular rose orgy kind of going on there. So the whole smell of rose was just kind of everywhere. And she cooked a ton of stuff that was homemade. And you had this sort of spice thing going on in her kitchen. Between the rose and the spice, that's how this actually was born. So I searched for almost 2 years trying to find the right roses and cinnamons to blend together to kind of create this bar. It is, this and Energy are my two favorites in the premium line. But wait, there's more. Summer is orange, citronella, and eucalyptus. This is the bomb. Keeps the mosquitoes off of you and actually smells really interesting and nice. We're missing one. We're missing holiday. We're missing holiday. It actually should be right there where that empty space is. It actually smells like the holidays. It's ginger, cinnamon, and almond. So we'll make sure that we have that back on the shelf when we come back. This is sexy. This is actually one of the more interesting bars. It is vanilla and sandalwood with ground Roman chamomile in it. Really unique blend, really subtle but earthy. The vanilla is not overly sweet. The sandalwood kind of takes it down a couple notches. It has been around for, since day one. It was one of the originals. And then the most popular bar outside of the Energy bar, Euphoria. Orange, no, not orange citronella. Euphoria, mango, ylang ylang, and orange. Myrrh. And myrrh, I forgot. This is really cool as well. It's closely related to the cocoa mango, but has a lot more depth in it than that individual bar. So this one and the Energy, the two most popular in the premium line. And you can find the premium lines at pureshavestore.com. And they come in either 1-pack or 3-packs. Okay, on to the stuff that most people are used to seeing and where most of the questions come up. The regular line. In the regular line, we make 25 different soaps. I'm gonna start with the ones that we get the most questions on, which are the facial and bars for skin conditions. We make, and the facial and bars for skin conditions include the activated charcoal, the black tar, the African moringa, the oatmeal, the goat milk turmeric, the sulfur and salicylic acid, and on the very bottom, the newest one is the coffee. All of them are unscented, no essential oils, no fragrance oils. All of them are shea butter, coconut oil, and soybean oil. Okay? What's added to each of these to make it individual, I'll kind of go through. We have a soap for eczema, itching, and psoriasis, and garden variety acne. So if you've got a teenager and their face is kind of going crazy, that is going to be the black tar. If you have a baby that has eczema, and my grandson had it, my daughters had it, I had it, when I would go to the Carolinas, which is where this recipe originated from, my grandmother would throw out the calamine lotion and all the stuff that our parents sent us down there with, and she would wash us with pine tar soap that she actually made. And the eczema would kind of subside. We'd go back home, start using the regular stuff, and it would come back, and we'd go, call Grandma up early and have her send us some of that tar soap so we can stop itching. This is the most popular bar I make, period. From babies to adults. If you have eczema, this is the one you need to be using. The next is the activated charcoal. This is more so for hormonal acne and for detoxing. It's actually made with real activated charcoal. If you've ever been poisoned or had to go to the hospital, normally they give you charcoal and it kind of leaches the poisons and stuff out of your system. The activated charcoal pretty much does the same thing with your skin. Phenomenal if you've got hormonal acne. Phenomenal if you want to detox. The question gets asked all the time, does it turn my rags black? No, it's not dye. And it washes out. It will darken them a little bit. The black tar doesn't at all. It will darken them a little bit, but it won't permanently damage your rags. Okay? Great soap, hormonal acne detox. And then acne as well. For those folks that are allergic to everything, this is our oatmeal soap. It's made with organic, old-fashioned oatmeal and nothing else. This is good. If you're allergic to just about everything, you have sensitive skin, this is your bar. Really basic. People have been making oatmeal soap for years. So have we. We like our version of it. It does a great job. Lathers really, really well. Rinses off, but doesn't dry you out. In fact, none of the soaps dry you out. We get asked all the time, what's your most moisturizing bar? And that answer is simple. Our goat milk turmeric. Goat milk, turmeric, and honey soap. This is the soap for aging skin, and it evens your skin tone, and it is the most moisturizing soap we make. The turmeric is organic. The goat milk is sourced locally, and we're actually going to start raising bees, so we have honey for the honey portion. We bring the honey in right now from Texas right now from a buddy of mine. This soap is just, it's amazing. It's as moisturizing, if not more so, than anything that we make. Period. Again, skin aging, phenomenal. Women in India use a turmeric regimen prior to getting married. And it's turmeric soap, and it's turmeric masks, and so forth. This is a part of their regimen. We don't make that soap for them. We've kind of taken a note out of the book and said, hey, this is what we want to do. And we created the soap, and it's only about, 2-3 years old now?
3.
It has become one of our top 5 soaps. Then there's the African Moringa. If you're wearing makeup and you want to get your makeup off and you don't want to use chemical-based cleaners to do so, this is the soap that you want. If you're getting acne as you use your makeup, this is the soap that you want. Now, on that note, if you're cleaning your makeup brushes, we've got something for you. You can spend a ton of money to get a makeup brush cleaner, and think of your makeup as like your undergarments. You want to wash and clean those out and do so on a weekly basis. For that, activated charcoal to clean your brushes. We have a video that's online utilizing the activated charcoal. Inexpensive solution, phenomenal job in cleaning those makeup brushes, but getting the makeup off, getting the base layer off, and all the other stuff, that's the African Moringa soap. Okay. Sulfur and salicylic acid. This soap smells awful, but it works phenomenally well. If you have severe acne, I'm not talking about I got 1 or 2 bumps, because brothers will have an army marching around on their face, and no, I'm okay, it's fine. Sisters will have 3 bumps. It's severe. No, severe acne. This is the one for you. This does a great job. The sulfur and the salicylic acid combined, knockout punch. If you're using Proactive and Proactive type products, this is what you want to use. This is what you want to use. If you're allergic to sulfur, please do not use this. This is made with real sulfur, sulfur the element, real salicylic aspirin, which is a piece that it's an ingredient that's within aspirin. Okay? Does a great job. All right. Coffee soap. Really simple. This is one of our soaps that actually can be used to scrub. We make 2 scrubbing soaps. This one and the lemon pumice soap. No scent to it, so if you're scent averse but you want a nice scrubbing sort of action in your soap, I use it directly on my skin. And the coffee with the caffeine, nice booster. Not overly strong, but a nice coffee smell to it. Not a coffee scent, but real organic coffee grounds.
Caffeine's good for cellulite.
All right. Now, from here we're going to go to the fruity soaps. And we're giving you this in the order that it's organized on the website. So if you go onto the website and you're looking for soaps for skin conditions or facial soaps, they're all going to be there. If you're looking for fruity soaps, they're all going to be there. Now the fruity soaps are our cocoa mango soap, our lemon pumice soap, our orange sickle soap, and our strawberry soap. We had pineapple, but we had to discontinue it. Our general rule is if we make only 2 batches of a soap in a given year, it's not worth our time to make it when we're making 30, 40, 50 batches of other soaps. So it has to make room for other items if it's not selling as well. There are certain things that we keep around like Mystical and the Patchouli on the premium side because we sell so much of it to a few amount of people, but people just love it. So we made the decision to add in other soap, and we got the mosquitoes eating up my daughter back here. You hear the slapping sound. I'm not hitting anybody. We got to get her some of the lotion because she's out here. They're killing her.
We're in the woods.
We're in the woods.
Clearly.
All right. Cocoa mango. Of the scented soaps, the cocoa mango and the peppermint are the 2 most popular. That's the cocoa mango. People ask me, why is it the most popular? I don't know. People just like how it smells. Why do they like how it smells? I don't know. But it's amazing. Okay? All right. The lemon pumice, which I mentioned before. This soap, if you like a scrub, it's the bomb. Now, I got a couple people that are probably going to complain that they can't find it online. Yes, we are trying to find more pumice stone. One of the companies that we were doing business with just disappeared. So as soon as we can find the pumice stone to go into the soap, and there's 2 different pumice stones that go in here, and they're different sizes, and that's what creates that scrub that kind of lasts. A little bit more harsh, a little softer. We blend them together to get the right one. Orange sickle. If you've ever chased the ice cream man to get one of those orange little pops that you just kind of slide up the stick, push-up pops. There we go. I'm getting old. But the push-up pops were the bomb. This smells exactly like that. So it's made with a fragrance oil, but it's a natural fragrance oil. We get the question all the time, are your fragrance oils natural? Yes, they are. We buy in great enough volumes that we can determine how our stuff is produced. So we're not buying oils to produce our soap in 5, 10 gallon quantities. We're buying them in barrel quantities. So we can, kind of control what happens and, say, hey, we want it made with this, and then we do the testing, and that's how we get there. But this one, the ice cream man. Then there's our strawberry. It really smells like strawberries. I grow strawberries. I love strawberries. I know what strawberries smell like. This is as strawberry-ish as you're going to get. Okay, we actually make this in a butter too. So a lot of the soaps that you're seeing, like the cocoa mango, the orange sickle, the strawberry, again, available in butters, and some of them, the most popular ones, are available in lotions, but we'll get to those later.
Vanilla. Mention vanilla and chocolate also, please. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me, Soapman.
All right. Now we're on to the earthy scents. Some folks call them the masculine scents, but I don't know that that's actually a real accurate statement. We have a ton of sisters that wear sandalwood soap. I have been cussed out a time or two in DC because I ran out of sandalwood soap. So, the sandalwood is really, really mellow, but still earthy as well. Okay?
Hold this for a second.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, and earthy as well. I like the sandalwood because it's not perfumey and it's a real sandalwood essential oil. It's really, really nice. There's Kush. Now we get asked all the time, well, do you guys make an Egyptian musk or an Egyptian musk-like scent? The Kush is our entry into that marketplace. We've been selling Kush for a long, long time. Now, this is not Kush the weed, because we get that question all the time. No, it's not Kush the weed. This is actually the old school Kush scent from back in the day when I was in college. This was the incense you were burning while you were smoking weed, not the weed itself. Different generation. So, it has that same sort of smell to it. I like it. It's a little stronger than the sandalwood. It's got that unique old school Kush smell, which is why we call it the old school scent. All right, I'm gonna do these two together. This is our vanilla soap, because everybody's got to have vanilla soap. I like the feel of this. I like the smell of it. It's really a light vanilla. It's sweet. It's sweeter than the vanilla that's in the premium vanilla and sandalwood sexy. Really nice soap. We make this in a butter as well. This is our chocolate soap. Now there's a sister in DC that bugged the hell out of me for almost a year to make chocolate soap. Okay, and I'm like, well, who in the world would want chocolate soap? So we finally broke down, and our rule is we will make a soap if we get 100 requests for it in a 3-month period. And I asked her, well, why do you want this chocolate soap? Well, my man loves chocolate, and I want him to be hungry every time he sees me. So we made the chocolate soap. We made the chocolate butter. It became one of our top 10 scents. I don't know why, but they like that chocolate. That's all I'm saying. So if your man like chocolate or your woman like chocolate and she get hungry when you want chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate. Snacks.
Nag Champa. Old school incense. That's all I can say. It's plumeria, it's sandalwood, it's a couple other things kind of blended in there. Again, just like the old school Kush, this is one of the scents that we just couldn't get away from. We started making it, and we don't sell a lot of it, but the people that like it buy it in 12-bar packs. You know, I've got a couple customers down in Florida that every time I show up, they're buying 24 to 36 of these bars at a time because you can't find it, and we love it. We're always going to make it. It's one of the core staples. All right. From there, are you tired of soap yet? Are you tired? We're almost done. These are our, which scents are these?
Herbal.
No, they're not the earthy ones.
Herbal.
Herbal, there we go. See, I needed help, I'm getting old. These are herbal scents. These are all made except for the green tea and the honeysuckle with essential oil. And what's cool about this is, in the case of our peppermint, this is an organic baby mint. It's actually edible and kosher. And it actually has organic peppermint flake in it. We should be selling this bar for way more than we do. But because we bring in so much peppermint oil, we're able to kind of control the price and drive it down. This is my go-to soap. When I travel with this, I travel with eucalyptus, I travel with black tar. If I've got those three, then I am good to go. But again, you can actually see the peppermint flake in there.
Oh, okay, there
It's
you
the
go.
bomb. It's minty. It's minty fresh.
And it tingles.
Oh yeah. Sisters, this soap is very, very tingly. I'm just saying. Lemongrass. Again, lemongrass essential oil. And you can kind of see it because it's kind of got a greenish shape. If you got some lemongrass from us in the last 2 months, you probably got some long stranded lemongrass. It was late and a brother forgot to blend up the lemongrass and it's longer than it is. We're back to normal. So this is the way our lemongrass normally looks. It is really lemongrassy. So keeps the bugs off of you. Sarah, you need one of these right now. Keeps the bugs off of you. It has a really intense lemongrass sort of scent to it. Again, one of my go-tos. Honeysuckle, if you are from the South and you remember those little honeysuckle things that you pick it up and you eat off the stem and it was sweet and it had that smell to it, this will smack you in the head with Old South. It truly smells like honeysuckle. It's got a nice lather to it. Again, it's a unique scent. Not a lot of folks make it. We've been making it for years. It's not going anywhere. Green tea, incredibly fragrant. It's one of our antioxidant soaps. Can you see that? Just green tea. And then one of my new favorites.
Me too.
We made this for the first time about a year ago. This is our eucalyptus soap.
Sorry.
The mosquitoes.
Yeah, sorry.
We got to get you some lotion. I'm sorry, I forgot. I should have had it on the table. This is our eucalyptus soap. We made this about a year ago. And when I made the first batch of it, it was about 5,000 bars of soap. It got so good to me that we bumped that first batch up to almost 15,000 bars, and we sold out of it in the first month and a half. It was just flying out of the stores. It is similar to peppermint, but not directly on top of peppermint. It's more like the smell of Vicks. It opens you up. So if you got a cold or if you just like that feeling, it's not as tingly, but again, incredibly strong. And it's made with ground eucalyptus, organic, and eucalyptus essential oil. And last but not least, lavender. Now, we have a lovely that did not show up in the premium.
Don't have any.
Bar, so there were two missing. Holiday and Lovely.
Wow.
This is our basic lavender bar. It's lavender essential oil, plain Jane, and then organic lavender flake that we grind up, and you can actually see the little lavender buds that are in the soap. Really nice. Now, if you're a lavender fiend, then the premium lavender called Lovely is what you want. It's made with this lavender and then a high altitude wildcrafted lavender that we bring in from France. We blend those together and then add the lavender flake to it. It is a lavender lover's dream. So that pretty much ties up the soaps. Next week, we're actually going to go through and take you through the moisturizers, the butters, the whip butters, the scrubs, and the lotions and the oils. And then the following week, we're going to take you through the hair care products, including the shampoo bars again, the leave-in conditioner, the hair mist, the hair growth oil, and the hair and body oils. Now, are there any questions that I didn't cover? Uh-oh.
Somebody said, what's the difference between white and yellow shea butter, and do you carry both?
Okay. That's more of a butter question that'll come later, but I'll deal with it now. The huge difference between white and yellow is not only the color. What happens, shea butter is organic. So think of it as like bananas or any other fruit. When we bring it in, it has a shelf life of about 15 months from the time the nuts are cracked. And the nuts come from this tree in West Africa and East Africa called the carrot tree. The tree produces a fruit that looks a lot like a kiwi, and then a kiwi / olive, and then there are little seeds that are inside of it. So when you see the big calabashes and folks used to kind of scoop stuff out, the seeds are this big. That ain't the shea nut. The shea nut's about this big. When the shea butter begins to age, it gets a rancid smell. Shea butter should be anywhere from off-white to tan. As it ages, it goes rancid, and what a lot of people will do is they will add either turmeric to it or they will add palm oil to it. When you add palm oil to it, it takes the rancid smell away, but it creates that bright yellow goldish sort of stuff, and we don't sell that because that's not the original nature of shea butter. It's rancid, it's out of date. Yeah, so you don't want that. Also, you want to make sure that whomever you're sourcing from and whoever's making your products is actually filtering the shea butter. So if you see a big calabash and somebody's scooping stuff out of it, that stuff hasn't been filtered. We go through a process of triple filtering down to 5 microns. So we have a basic strainer, then we go from a basic strainer to 100 micron, then from 100 micron to 25 micron, then from 25 to 5 micron, because it can be really filthy. We've taken all kinds of stuff out of it, and we can't make a soap to clean you with dirty product. So if you're like a germaphobe, I'd be just kind of, okay. Next question.
Somebody said, I was on your site looking for shea butter soap for acne, but not available.
Yeah, we have plenty of shea butter soap for acne. Those are the ones that I discussed earlier. That's the activated charcoal for hormonal acne, and then that's the black tar soap for regular garden variety acne, eczema, itching, psoriasis. I know that we have thousands of each of those in stock. So what you do is go to the individual page, which will be facial bars, use the click down button, scroll down, and there your item will be. They're available in 4 and 12 packs. Speaking of which, when you see us at festivals, we get the questions, why can't I mix my soap? The volume of orders that we receive is too great for that. So we prepackage the soap so that we can get them out. Unfortunately, we're not Amazon. So there's not a huge warehouse of folks that are actually running around and trucks and so forth. FedEx comes to our spot, we try to load them up, and on a good day we might fill a truck, but we pull it off. We tend to get orders out. Right now we're a little ahead of schedule. We tend to get orders out in really 3 days, and then it's 3 days transit. We're running about a day and a half, so the order team is killing it right now to get those orders to you, but we can't stop and mix and match and kind of get orders out. You can do that within the stores, you can do that at festivals, but you can't do it online. Next question.
None of our soaps dry your skin out. Which would be best for uneven skin, the activated charcoal or the goat milk turmeric soap?
The goat milk turmeric is going to be best for evening your skin tone.
Question, do you wholesale?
That's the question we get all the time. No, we don't wholesale. We used to sell directly to Whole Foods, Vitamin Shop. We had 2,000 stores that were carrying our product. We're looking to create a separate line of whip butters that we're going to wholesale. But as of today, no. We kind of moved away from that. We jumped through all the hoops with Whole Foods, Vitamin Shop, and a ton of other stores. We're going to pick some select folks to do our soaps in various cities. We've identified most of those right now, although we're willing to listen, but the general answer is no. We feel like we make the best possible product, and we kind of have to control how that gets out. You can always find us in our stores, at events, and you can definitely find us in our biggest store, which is the website.
Somebody's asking.
Website is www.puresheastore.com.
Somebody said lip balm, sir. Where's the lip balm?
Okay.
Somebody, y'all talking lip balm.
I'm gonna follow my story.
They keep saying it.
Give me some time on that. We do have some time. We do have the hand sanitizer, and nobody wants me to mention this, and we're going to go live with that. We'll show that next week. The hand sanitizer will hit. We've been playing around with that right now. We're comfortable with the version that we have. And the cool thing is we're actually going to sell it for a little bit above cost. So you'll be able to get a container this size, which is 8 ounces, for $5. Because it's not out there, and it should be out there, and it'll be mango flavor.
Could you go over the shampoo bars again? Somebody wants to know as far as like locks. Is it good for locks?
Oh, we originally made the shampoo bars for locks, braids, and natural hair because a lot of the product out there kind of led to buildup. So we created a product that you can not only wash your hair with, but that would rinse completely through. Now, when using our shampoo bars, you want to wash, and you want to condition, and then you want to do your thing and keep it moving. So we make a leave-in conditioner. So we have a full line of that stuff, and we're going to go through all the hair care stuff in 2 weeks. We're going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But yes, either directly in your hands, in your hair, or directly to the hair, rinse it out completely, and then condition your hair, keep it moving. I prefer a regimen of wash and co-wash, but that's my personal opinion.
With no hair.
Somebody said, can you make elderberry shea butter and soap?
When you missed the part, and we kind of answered this question, if we get 100 requests in a 3-month period, we will make it.
From different people.
But then, from different people, not from the same person.
Oh, they know it's you, dog, Will. They know it's you, Will. Dog, Will.
Because the sister that did the chocolate thing, she was calling her friends, and she probably made the request 50 times herself. So we need to get it from 100 different people over a quarter, and then there's a, you know, there's some demand for it. The thing that we want to keep in mind as we do it is we make 50 soaps, so something's got to go. So as we bring in a new product, we kind of have to say, all right, well, one of them's got to come off the table. Because we were making stuff back when we were much smaller, and we can't do that anymore.
You got 2. Somebody said I would love that elderberry shea soap, though.
Right,
So
well,
that's
there you go. We had the same thing with Bay Rum a few years ago, and I'm like, who's using Bay Rum? So we had like a few requests for Bay Rum. Okay, next question.
that's all your questions from your Instagram peeps for now.
That's
All right,
everybody
peeps,
from Facebook.
Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. For those that don't know, you used to see in the Soapman joint, and you will continue to see it, but we're rebranding, and you know,
Oh, Lord.
what the hell is that?
Not the dance.
Dun, dun,
Not the
dun,
dance.
dun,
Not the dance. Not the dance.
Oh, somebody asked about your shirts on Pure Shea
The
Store
new logo.
shirt. Yeah.
So, and we got to shout out our friends at Unities. They did a phenomenal job of putting these together for us. So you'll see the team in the stores with their new aprons, the tie-dye joints. They're working on my Soapman tie-dye stuff. So DeMonte, get on your job. I need my Soapman tie-dye stuff because you know what I'm saying, young brother. Don't make me come look for you. Any more questions?
Yes, they said, would you think about expanding to Atlanta?
We were in Atlanta for 3 years.
In
We
3
had a
different
store
places.
In Forest Park. We had a store in, what's the hood in Atlanta?
West End.
The West End.
And it said even in Augusta, Georgia.
We had a store in the West End, and we had a store in Forest Park. We kept it open for 3 years. It just, every time we open a store, it's a significant financial investment for us to do stores and to hire people. And we love Atlanta, but Atlanta was kind of fickle in terms of coming to neighborhoods. It wasn't like DC or Detroit or Baltimore, where we have folks in Detroit coming to our store from Ann Arbor, coming 50 miles away, and they get it. So we're considering Richmond, and we're considering Myrtle Beach.
And then could you go over again when you guys expect us to start traveling again, festivals?
That's the $1 million question. I wish I had my mask to show to you, because I got 2 separate masks, one more commercial and one from a dear friend of mine, Yvette Anderson's daughter in Chicago, Illinois, made a bunch of them for us. We're being really cautious. Our store in Detroit could open as early as the middle of May, but whatever folks are telling us, our concern is for the team and making sure that they're going to be healthy and that we've got a process in place with masks and gloves and how we wipe everything down and keeping them safe. So if they tell us it's going to be June, we'll probably delay that 2 weeks to a month just to make sure that we got it dialed in. You're not going to be short. You can go online. We will ship your product to you. We're still grinding out product on a daily basis. So between making soap and doing the butters and the lotions and the hand sanitizer and growing watermelons and vegetables on the farm, we're getting it done. Website, www.pureshadestore.com. Any more questions?
Nope. Just people asking when we'll be back, but
Oh.
you just covered that.
But yeah, so the stores, as soon as we're in hot spots in each area. So we're in Baltimore, hot spot. We're in DC, hot spot. We're in Detroit, incredibly hot spot. So again, when the mayors and governors of those states tell us that we can reopen, we will. On the travel side, we're seeing events cancel almost every day. So Black Women's Expo was delayed and moved. Yeah, they got Soapman. I didn't put my stuff on. It was delayed, but a bunch. Saratoga was just canceled. I don't know. Call them off.
Of course, Capital Jazz, Richmond Jazz, Hampton
Jazz.
Afropunk is in question.
Afropunk is in question. We're waiting on them to tell us. Now, a lot of these events we've paid for, and we're just going to roll the money to next year, so that doesn't really help us.
Yeah.
Umoja.
So sad.
All of them, we know that all the events through Memorial Day are done. We've already paid in advance for all of them, and we're waiting to see what they're going to do, so we're not going to, not do them in the future. When they come back, and then we're trying to figure out what the marketplace is going to look like when they do come back. So the safety of having 25, 50,000 folks in one place at a time, and how we manage that and how we interact, that's going to be something that we have to look at. We're coming back. We just need to figure it out, and we don't know yet. So the stores, as soon as they say we can open, we will open. Probably 2 weeks to a month delayed. And then the events, God only knows. We're running into the challenge now that events are being either postponed, and they're stacking their events in August, September, October, on top of events that we already have. And those that know us know that we do 100 events a year. So we're in California, we're in New York, we're in Chicago, we're in Texas. We're going everywhere, but we can do 3 to 4 events at a time. We can't do 6. And kind of have to figure out what they're going to do event-wise, and then what they're going to do, what the virus itself is going to do. Because I'm really concerned about not the phase we're in right now, but the second phase, just like the Spanish flu, is going to be significantly worse. I'm not a doctor, but just reading history, and history tends to repeat itself, I'm concerned.
Question, which soap do you recommend for eczema?
Eczema, easy. The black tar soap. That is our go-to bar. We have been making this soap I've been making it for 20 plus years. Use it on my kids, use it on my grandkids. I use it. This is the eczema bar. We make more of this soap than we do any other.
Somebody said something. Can we see your farm?
I will do it.
You got to clean up first.
I can tell you.
He's working hard.
Yesterday I pulled out 25 pounds of broccoli and 12 pounds. So our harvest this year on broccoli has been about 50 pounds. That's in the garden. Watermelons are coming up nice. So we've got over 1,000 watermelons planted. Right now we're going to add another 600 more to it, and we'll see what happens.
Are you still at Easter Market in DC?
We are at all of the markets. We're only temporarily closed. So DC, we're at Easter Market in DC, and we're Easter Market in Detroit. DC's Easter Market is only allowing for farmers, and there is a rule that the mayor wrote into the order that would allow soap and hand sanitizer, but we're not going to test that at this point. So indoor food merchants and then outdoor farmers. And the outdoor farmers, I think, are on shortened hours right now. So that's the case. We're gonna come back. We just don't know when yet. More questions?
There is none.
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Please be careful. Try to love one another. Wear your masks. Use your Lysol. Social distance. And please, for God's sakes, wash your hands. And if you need us to help you with that, bam, we got you.
Share to your story. Well, let me